pronunciation right here. Kocoono. am I right,
Hi,
Emma?
Matthew. Thank you. You got it right.
Excellent, excellent.
Okay.
And lovely talking to you, and thank you for finding me on Twitter, because this conversation is... we nearly missed each other, but we found each other. That's great. So what is a weighted blanket, Emma? What is a weighted blanket?
So basically, a weighted blanket is a self-soothing tool that is designed to stimulate your pressure points and induce relaxation. So it's really heavy, and it's based on deep touch pressure stimulation. So this would be similar to a hug, stroking, any pressure that's put on your body, or a massage. We always leave massages, I don't know if you've ever been for a massage yourself, but It's designed to calm you down. And we're not always going to be able to run out and go for a massage or have somebody near us to give us a hug. And typically when you're heightened and you've got a heightened nervous system, you actually don't want a hug. You need to self-regulate. And sometimes that can become really difficult. So this is where Kocoono comes in as a weighted blanket. It helps stimulate your pressure points, and it's a self-soothing tool, so you use it when you need it.
How daft question, but how heavy is a weighted blanket?
Yeah, so literally they vary across all weights. What is typically recommended is that they're 10% of your body weight. Now, I personally use them. That's why I'm so passionate about it.
Right.
And my one is just a little over 10%. I prefer heavier. And sometimes I work in certain mental health services, and, like anybody, days can be stressful. So sometimes I even use two.
Yeah.
And this is why I made them.
My gosh. Okay, now, I've got so many questions, but one of the first thoughts that comes to mind is, if it's heavy, doesn't it also mean that it's going to be really warm, which can be nice when your house is cold in the winter? But I'm just wondering how you use one through the seasons. Yep,
that is a great question, actually. And weighted blankets aren't designed where they're not, the purpose isn't for warmth, it's for pressure and it's for weight. So literally I first made my one in 2011. So I've been prototyping, designing and everything since then. But what we found was people did have different preferences. So although you may need the weight, you don't want the heat, and especially I know, especially in the UK, it can get very hot. So what you can do is, without it, remove a weight, put it in the freezer, and help cool you down. So there's just removable strips. So that will keep you cool, and essentially your body actually reduces in temperature throughout the night. So you just want to be cool while you're going to sleep, and your body kind of does the rest after that.
Okay. Now, so I've done a bit of research about insomnia, but mainly from talking to my GP, and because I didn't know whether I had insomnia, if this makes any sense, because I go to sleep like the proverbial baby. I go to bed, I shut my eyes, and I'm straight asleep. My problem is that the insomnia, it means I now wake up broadly. Well, this morning it was 1:05. I've been to bed early, probably about 10 to 10. And I woke up at 1:05. When I woke up, I play a game with myself now. I try not to look at the clock because I've got no idea what the time is. And I thought, I've had a particularly good sleep tonight. I reckon I've gone past 3 o'clock. I reckon it's 4:30. And I look and it's 1:05. And that sets off a whole series of stressful thoughts in my head about I'm not going to get back to sleep again. So I'm just, I guess where I'm going with this is does this technique, the weighted blanket, work regardless of the form of insomnia you have?
Yes. So again, it's personal preferences. I can't say it's one size fits all. People like to use them themselves, but just from my own experience and from people who have used Kocoono, we had one lady, actually a doctor, and she used it. She would twist and turn all night, find it really difficult to switch off, and would wake up during the night. She slept right through. Because insomnia is basically disturbed sleep, and if that's going on over 3 nights, that's kind of considered chronic insomnia.
Oh, God, right.
So what could we consider? And that's not to scare you. Like, it's fantastic that you're looking for solutions.
I'm a year and a half in. I mean, I've had my peaks and my troughs. I mean, around Christmas time, I just thought, I just don't know how I'm going to cope anymore. I mean, I literally couldn't do anything. So, because I was...
Yeah, it's so debilitating.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I totally feel for you, yeah.
Is it I should have asked this first. Is the idea of weighted blankets, is it your idea? You mentioned about developing them, because I'd never heard of them before until I saw your name on Twitter.
No, so weighted blankets are out for quite a long time, and actually they were typically recommended for children with autism. So, as you might know, children with autism might have really heightened nervous systems. They have sensory overload. So particularly, they would get agitated by different sensory stimuli in your day-to-day. So they would be hugely beneficial in calming children with autism down, and I actually worked with children with autism. That's how I started to make my first one. But it's only recently they've become quite the phenomenon for people with insomnia, anxiety. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say I have insomnia or anything, but I benefit from it so much. You don't have to have something wrong to benefit from one. So what I have done is taken the weighted blanket model, and then I've created something better. So what I found with ones that I had used, bought, made myself, there was a lot of bunching at the neck. So, you know, when you have your duvet, you all pull it up around your neck. But when it's weighted, that kind of bunches, and you've got this, like, not nice pressure on your neck. A little bit like that. So I was like,
you're not so much asleep as unconscious, which is slightly different. Although, quite frankly, I'll take unconscious, quite frankly. So Emma, how do people find them? What do they cost?
So literally, we have just launched on Kickstarter this morning. So Kickstarter is a crowdfunding platform that enables us to mass produce them, manufacture. So basically, we've got a funding goal of 10,000, and that allows us to bring them to manufacture. And to say thanks, and I suppose to really, reward the people that are backing us, we've got a 35% discount. So we'll retail for them about 275, and at the moment on Kickstarter, they're €180. They're made in Europe and patent pending, and we have this, as I was saying, so you're not joking, we have a shoulder embrace. So literally, you've got a kind of a neck cut out, and then the weights come up around your shoulder. We often feel so much tension in your shoulders. Like, even if you just had that alone, it's amazing. So good at calming you down and make you feel better.
I mean, if you think about it, the doctor, when we talked about sleeping pills, I said, well, I don't need pills because I go to sleep absolutely fine. What I need is something to keep me down, and this could be it. I'm going to check out crowdfunding, you say? Yeah, crowdfunding?
Yes, on Kickstarter. So if you go on to www.kickstarter.com and put in Kocoono, so that's Kocoono, you can find us there, or on our website, www.kocoono.com, so Kocoono.
Emma Flannery, I will investigate further. I wish you all the best with your kickstarting campaign, and I will let you know in due course if I ever have a good night's sleep again. Emma Flannery there from Kocoono. You listen to The Matthew Wright Show, and we are very much alive. I feel fresh as a daisy despite 3 hours sleep.
Who needs sleep?
Who needs sleep? I actually thought maybe I should rebrand insomnia as just waking up earlier.
Yeah.
Coming to work about 1. Yeah. Get the whole day done. I could go home before the show starts.
Yeah, you're sorted.
Anyway, you're listening to The Matthew Wright Show, and we are very much alive on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Contact Talk Radio.